Hey, welcome to our new show, Aprons Off, the show where we stop cooking and just kind of hang out. Today we got a little episode of show and tell going on because we are trying and ranking each other's childhood school lunches. We're going to see who got bullied the most at the lunch table and whose parents love them the most, I guess.
Yep.
So we all have lunches that are indicative of something we would have had when we were kids, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And all roughly from the same era.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th grade to 6th grade, I'd say.
That was when I
Yeah.
peaked. A lot of people peaked in high school. I peaked in 5th grade. But Nicole, you want to go first? You want to show us what you got?
Yeah, I'd love to, but I would like to preface this by saying I had this exact lunchbox, and I would lose about 4 lunchboxes a year. And I would always find them in a random corner of the school, never in the lost and found bin.
Yeah.
And they were molded over. And then I would bring them home to my mom and be like, found it! And then she'd get really upset with me. Let's see.
Would you get the same lunchbox after you lost it?
Not always, but this is the one I remember the most because the food was the most molded.
Is the
okay.
is the child proofing on it still messing with you to this day? Do
Okay,
you
we
want
got it.
some help?
No, I got it. I got one side. One side is fine. Okay, so should I just go through all of it?
That's so much. You
Yeah.
had that much in a lunch? Your parents must have loved you.
I'm gonna go through it piece by piece, okay? We got an apple juice.
Okay.
We got carrot and ranch dippers. We
Name
got,
brand? You guys had name brand?
No, we would just get whatever.
Just asking.
100 calorie packs that they don't make anymore, but this was the equivalent of our 100 calorie packs.
You had the Nabisco.
I
Yeah.
did have the Nabisco
Those
ones.
are terrible. It's like, do you want a diet cracker that almost smells like an Oreo? 100 calorie Nabisco.
Always a Yo Crunch, but sometimes my mom would remove this off.
Why?
What do you think?
What, we're talking like a diet culture for the young age.
They give you
Kinda?
the yo without the crunch.
Leftover Persian food. Always leftover Persian food. Sometimes she would put me peanut butter jelly, but not all the time.
What region of Iran is that one from?
Peanut butter jelly?
Yeah.
Khuzestan. And then a bag of cut fruit, freshly cut fruit that I would just throw away.
I'm going to eat that later.
I
to be
would
clear,
just throw it away.
Wow.
And then she always made sure to put me utensils and then a note. It was always on a yellow piece of paper too. Have a good day at school. Because my mom isn't here, it's KG and Mindy. Thank you
Nice.
so much.
That's
Shallow,
so sweet.
Shallow would never write something so generic.
No, my mom would be like, have a good day, princess, but she would spell it pronsis.
Yeah. Wait, would it not be in Farsi?
No, I don't know how to read Farsi.
Oh,
What the
okay.
hell, man?
My fault.
I love Gorma Sabzi.
Yes.
Tell people about Gorma Sabzi.
Gorma sabzi is a beautiful stew made out of kidney beans, about like 5 or 6 different herbs. We have cilantro, we have parsley, we have sometimes tarhun, not all the time. And it's just beautiful and green and stunning. And my mom would always make this. Typically, she would make it on Shabbat, and then Monday I would still have leftovers, and I would just take the little bits. So you guys can dig in if you'd like.
I want to eat some, man. Can I use
Please
your
do.
utensils?
Sure you
have
can.
Your own, you have your own. You,
We have our own?
Yeah, my
eat
mom would also always pack other utensils, and she would also give me snacks to give to other kids.
What?
Because I would always share my food with kids. Because if like there was ever a kid sitting by themselves at the lunch table, I would always give them snacks to be friends with them.
I just have to ask,
What?
were you also sitting alone at the lunch table?
No. I
I
had a group of friends, but if I ever saw a kid that was new or like they were sitting by themselves or something, I would always go and sit with them. And sometimes they were not down. But like I just had to sit with them. And I'd be like, hey, do you want some apples before I threw them away violently in the garbage? Or do you want some ranch dippers? And they'd normally say yes. And I'd be friends with them. This is really special. Carrot and ranch dippers. My mom bought them because it said 100 calories on it. And then she would also buy these snack packs because they had 100 calories on it. And then this
Talk
stuff.
to me about removing the crunch from the
Yeah,
yogurt.
sometimes my mom would just not give me that and just give me the yogurt.
As like a punishment, or
No, she's just like, you don't need it. You put this in there, same thing.
It
And I'm like,
seems
okay,
like
mom.
this says calories 170, so if you
Yeah.
remove the crunch, maybe it just gets it down to 100
Oh,
calories.
really?
Maybe it gets
That
it
is
down to
highly
100.
possible. And then yeah, so this was my typical lunch.
Gorma Sabzi freaking rules, man. This is one of
Yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
foods on the
Yeah.
planet.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you go to school with a lot of other Persian kids? Like, was this a pretty common thing?
I did, and we would never get bullied for the food that we brought unless another child that was not Persian would come and see it. I'd be like, "What are you eating?" Gorma sabzi.
She's talking about people that look like me and Trevor.
Yeah.
'Cause I know that because right before this episode, she was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna white guilt you guys so hard."
Yeah.
And you know what? I accept it.
Yeah, they would make fun of me for bringing gorma sabzi, and then you know what I would say to them? At least my mom makes my lunch for me.
Ooh,
Wow.
got him.
And then they would be like, okay.
Speaking of maternal neglect, to preface this, I was a kid who bought lunch at school, but I was on the government reduced lunch program, which
Sure.
is great. Support organizations like No Kid Hungry. We're out there ensuring that all kids, should have a dignified and nutritious lunch.
Yeah.
To not get bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some days, we didn't. My mom would like forget to give me money to like get it, or like it wasn't. So I had to bring lunch from home.
Would
And
you make
so,
it yourself?
Sometimes she would make it, sometimes I'd make it. I'd wake up and I'd assess the situation, be like, what's the sitch right now with
Okay.
lunch? And if there wasn't anything there, I'd make it myself real quick. And so what we have here, we have a sandwich. I'll get into that. And then we have, I don't know what these are. To this day, I just Googled juice barrel because I vividly remember getting blue juice in a small plastic barrel because it was cheaper than any like name brand Capri Sun or like a juice box
I'm
of
so
real
upset
juice.
right now.
Why? No, Nicole. Listen, all childhoods are different.
I'm gonna cry.
And no. But okay, here's the fun story. So this is I don't think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Come on, guys. Again, everybody.
go.
Not all childhoods are happy, and that's fine. We overcome. You know what I mean? So this sandwich, to this day. This is just dead ass serious. And I remember once bringing this lunch to school and a kid just goes, "That's all you have?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. I don't know what to tell you." And sometimes kids would give me like some of their lunch, which is really cool. But okay, so check
I
this
was
out.
one of the. That was me. I was that kid.
So what we
slice?
have here. So this is a very special meat to me. This is Carl Buddig brand. It is the cheapest that meat has ever been. Don't know what the prices are like now because it tastes like trauma to me.
No, it
so
is.
I don't buy it. Yeah.
It was like the one pack of
Uh-huh.
that, and that's like 2 slices
Yeah.
out of an 8-slice pack. It was like 70 cents.
Oh, this
It used to be.
Oh my God, it's 2
You can
slices.
see through it. I don't know what animal this comes from. They sort of imply that it's cow.
It's
God,
gotta be.
it tastes like wet paper.
Let me just eat a
Oh,
bite
good.
of your sandwich.
Yeah,
if that's
so
okay.
it's Miracle Whip, cheaper than mayonnaise, and then Carl Buddig corned beef, white bread. This is Bimbo brand, but sometimes you get Vandy Camps when it's on sale. Don't know if they still sell Vandy
the one
Camps.
with the windmill.
But speaking of me and Trevor bullying you out of our whiteness at the lunch table, opposite in my experience, when I would buy school lunch, right, you get like the chicken sandwich and the pizza, the tater tots,
Yeah.
whatever. I grew up in a relatively diverse area. People don't think of Orange County as diverse, but we really did. We had a lot of East Asian students,
Sure.
South Asian students, a lot of Latino students. And so one of my good friends was Lebanese. All this dude wanted were tater tots and pizza.
Yeah.
And so like he would bring like, I don't know, like mujadara and
Sure.
like, kebab and stuff like that. And so I would trade my pizza for homemade lunches from one of the other kids. So it was like I had all these little foster moms. To be clear, I had to go home to my real one. But no, Nicole, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is sweet. It's just like old times. Yeah. So this would have been 4th grade me. Things got better in my childhood, though.
Trevor, show
Did
us.
I go?
Dad beat homelessness. You got a good job.
God, stop.
LAUSD needed teachers so bad that they just hired anyone.
Okay,
back then.
so for my lunch, we have a small snack-sized bag of goldfish,
Nice.
Nature Valley sweet and salty peanut bar, Go-Gurt, specifically the SpongeBob kind,
That's how young
because
you
I
are.
like SpongeBob.
Wait, is that an evergreen product, or did they change the theme of the Go-Gurts?
No, they changed the theme, but I think they pretty consistently have the SpongeBob theme.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's been a staple of the Go-Gurt brand. Capri Sun, Pacific Cooler flavored,
Oh wow.
peanut butter and jelly, and apples.
Did you eat your apples, unlike Nicole?
I did eat my apples.
Some people,
yeah.
Nicole, don't get fresh fruit in their lunches. Some people would really like to have that nutrition.
Don't guilt me. I'm supposed
Yeah.
to guilt you.
I did a lot of school lunches as well, but it was like the same every day of the week. So usually like there was a day of the week that like I didn't want the school lunch or I didn't like it. So then my mom would pack me a lunch on those days. This was definitely snack time. We like around 10 a.m. we'd have like snack
Us too,
time
yeah.
and the Go-Gurt would go down then so that it didn't get warm by the time lunch rolled around. But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty basic. I feel like pretty simple, pretty, white.
I mean, I'm gonna bring out the elephant in the room. This could be your lunch today. Like, right? No, we're all thinking it. No, Trevor, this is let's say you make yourself a lunch
Yeah.
like this. Let's talk about your Arrested Development and Peter Pan syndrome. Now, Trevor, why do
Oh
you
my
think it is that
God.
you've stayed a child in an adult man's body?
Do you want to know the actual reason?
Actually, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
like I do eat like a lot of this. Like I had a peanut butter and jelly last night, literally, and I have a carton of goldfish that I keep in my bedroom to pour whenever I want some. It's funny because I think the roles switched when I got into cooking as a kid. It was because we didn't cook a ton at home. And so I was like, I want to learn how to make like good food and good like dinners and stuff. And I want to do that like for my family. And now that cooking is my job, I find that like when I'm at work cooking all day, I get home and the last thing I want to do is cook. So this is just easy and it's comforting. It's like, I can have a PB&J. I love PB&J.
You're right back to PB&J.
Yeah. So it's like the roles switched a little bit, but I'm happy.
That's good.
I'm
That's
happy.
the ultimate. Ultimately, that's what we care about.
That's what this is all about. What is in your peanut butter and jelly? Like, what's the jelly? What's the peanut butter?
Jelly's raspberry, peanut butter is Skippy creamy.
Well done. Well done.
We're talking raspberry, no seeds.
Raspberry,
Let's
no seeds.
go.
Yeah.
Cadillac of jellies for a PB&J sandwich. Can I have some?
Yeah, you can have some. I was gonna ask, did anybody want to suck down some of this Go-Gurt?
What flavor is it?
It's cotton candy.
Oh, no,
bro.
no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'll
He's deep throating it. He's deep throating it. Holy shit. Oh, my God.
Hey, that's
Wow, that is pushing the definition of yogurt. Like, when does a yogurt become a pudding or just
Yeah.
like melted ice cream?
Josh, you're a throat goat. I don't know if anyone
Thank
told
you so
that
much.
before.
Nobody's ever told me that before.
No, this is like if you really screwed up making panna cotta.
Dude, this is a hell of a PB&J, man. That's gonna bring me back. So things in my family got better, right? 5th grade, move in with dad. Dad gets a good job. I start doing all the grocery shop. Why? This is happy. He got a good
How
he had a
old were
pension,
you?
Nicole. He died with a pension. He is dead. But he died with a pension.
How old were you in 5th grade?
Well, I was like 10, 11.
And you were grocery shopping at 11?
Yeah.
You went to the
So-
checkout and they didn't say, where's your parent?
No, dude, you're a child. You're allowed to buy groceries alone as a child. Me and my brother would go. We'd like eat
Are
at
you?
full service restaurants because we had a lot of. My dad stole a lot of coupons. He stole a lot of like free entree
Smart
coupons
man.
from an IHOP one day. And so me and my brother used to just go to the IHOP with a buy one get one free. And so we give him like $6, get 2 Grand Slams for dinner. My dad was at work.
Grand Slam is Denny's, but continue.
Yeah, and they don't expect children to tip. Oh, so
Yeah, you tell him. You tell
Rudy
him.
Tooty, fresh and fruity, not Grand Slam. I apologize. So that was cool. So I was doing my own grocery shopping. Dad gave me a grocery budget, like $100 a week to feed 3 people. You know, times were pretty good back then.
That's so-
and so then I was able to pack more elaborate lunches if I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so should we decide now?
I don't
We've examined all the lunches. We've perused, we've tasted. Whose parents love them the most?
Nicole's parents. Oh my God, are you kidding?
My parents loved me so much that they taught me to love others.
Yeah, that's incredible. She literally got so much love that she couldn't contain it inside her
I
little
couldn't.
Nicole body
I still can't.
and spilled it over into other people.
I
That's
love
incredible.
everybody so much. It's crazy. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Did you like my butterfly clips, by the way? No one mentioned them at
Oh,
all.
Nicole, wow,
Very
your
nice.
butterfly's so good.
Can I drink this because
love
it
it.
matches my clips?
Yeah,
Tastes
drink
like
it.
soap.
It
Oh,
does.
it does?
I don't know what the
Good soap or
ingredients
bad
are.
soap? Because there's a difference.
Not like the
Average soap.
Aesop stuff, like a Dawn dish.
This is not for children.
I put my lunch at second. I don't know how you guys feel. I put my lunch at number 2.
No
I think
way.
Trevor's lunch had a lack of imagination. Mine was
That's
clearly
mean. His
subsistence
mom
food.
packed it.
Like peasant, foods of poverty. You look at like or like cassoulet.
I knew you were gonna talk about cassoulet.
In France, they didn't have a lot of means, but you know what they did have? They had beans and they had animal organs and they cooked a nice dish. That's what we have with Carl Budding corned beef and white bread.
Josh, my lunch is so good that I still eat it to this day.
That's a fair
Well,
point,
yeah.
man. I'll go. Honestly, it's got to go Nicole's, then Trevor, then mine. But also understand that all parents are trying their best, or at least you have to assume for your own sanity's sake that they're trying their best. Otherwise, you'll start thinking like real deep about like what was it about me that caused it. You know what I mean?
Not doing that. Yeah.
Well, what are you
Sounds
gonna do?
exhausting. Oh,
Hey-oh, there's the bell. That
Wow.
means it's time for us to go. But before we head out, we didn't want to leave you with nothing at all, so we're gonna leave you with a little piece of advice. We asked for some people who need advice out there on the internet. And we got, it's upside down. We got Aaliyah D. Barnes. We're gonna put 30 seconds on the clock for each of us. And we're gonna give them our best advice. The question is, how do I make my grown ass husband like cooked veggies? Nicole, you're on the clock.
tell him to stop being a baby and just eat it. Just eat the vegetables, Carl. I mean, I made them for you. You mean to tell me that you're not gonna eat the cauliflower that I put in the oven for 40 minutes to make sure it has the crisp that you like? You're not gonna eat it? Was that 30 seconds? I had like
You can yield your time whenever
I
you
yield
want.
my time.
All right, we got 30 seconds on the clock for me. I'll give you a little insight into men. We're really stupid. We are easily tricked. We're dumb creatures like children. What we need is somebody to trick us into doing things that are for our best interest. So what you do is you start conditioning him like Pavlov's dogs. You take meat and all you do is you boil it unsalted, feed that to him. You take vegetables, you grind it up, you deep fry it, you salt it, you serve that to him. Sooner rather than later, he will develop this sort of evolutionary response to crave vegetables as opposed to meat, and then you can get him to do your bidding to do literally anything you want.
Trevor?
I'm gonna keep it a buck 100. If he's a grown man and he doesn't like vegetables, I think he's a lost cause.
What? Come on.
I feel like at that point you should have developed a taste for vegetables. I don't know if your husband is as grown as you think he is.
I thought you were gonna say like food is a very personal choice and that, but no, you just dump. You should dump him.
No, not necessarily.
Dump him. Divorce that.
Divorce him.
Just
Deserve
give up on the
better.
vegetables.
Get out, Carl. His name is also Carl.
Yeah, with the
I don't know for sure though.
We'll see y'all next time. Let your imagination lead the way with the new Always Creative notebooks, available at mythical.com.